choice but to rule in favor of the employee.
As reported, the hearing on the merits of the appeal was cut short. Though the government wished to call Charfris first to testify, CSC protocol requires the employee testify last. To remedy this, the Attorney General's office filed a writ with the Superior Court of Guam to suspend Charfris' case with the CSC. The court denied the writ, which allowed for Thursday's deliberations and vote. Charfris will now receive back pay for the salary difference from colonel to major. According to Guam Federation of Teachers Field Service Representative Robert Koss, Charfris could be reunited with his gun and badge very soon. Koss explaining that the CSC appears to be in violation of the law.
With respect to the termination appeal, the employee has a right to a speedy hearing under Public Law 3355, and that time has come and gone. And so we also expect the Commission to overturn the dismissal, and looking forward to seeing Mr. Charfris reinstated back in his position as colonel with full back pay.
CSC Executive Director Peter Calvo doesn't believe they're in violation of the law, stating they address the cases as they arrive. Should the government appeal the CSC's decision in the demotion case, Calvo says this would result in a stay on the termination appeal. A hearing on the termination is set for August 22nd.
Well, in other news tonight, he wasn't a drug user, but as a GPD officer had the responsibility of arresting his wife, who allegedly used drugs. According to Guam Federation of Teachers Field Service Representative Robert Koss, former GPD officer Manuel Perez is currently negotiating a settlement agreement with GPD to allow him to resign in lieu of his demotion and dismissal. As we have reported, Perez pleaded guilty to official misconduct and hindering apprehension, both as misdemeanors. He and his wife Renee were arrested after a raid of their home revealed crystal methamphetamine and other drug paraphernalia. Renee vouched for her husband and told authorities he was not involved in her alleged drug operation, nor did he use it. A hearing is set for Tuesday at the CSC. Crystal?
2 grams of crystal meth and drug paraphernalia. That's what authorities discovered on Thursday during a raid of a Totu home. According to Guam Police Department spokesperson Officer Paul Tapao, the search was executed by the Mandanya Drug Task Force and GPD's SWAT unit. 46-year-old Franklin Calvo Jr. was arrested on drug possession. He was booked and confined.
A story about a bill now that would allow the Office of the Attorney General to secure experts while representing the island in federal cases. Vice Speaker Therese Terlahi introduced Bill 137, allowing funding approved by the legislature or governor to be transferred to the AG's office to procure experts on behalf of the territory. Several major federal cases involving the island were named in the legislation, most notably the AG's appeal of the district court's decision to strike down the voter registration of native inhabitants to participate in Guam's plebiscite to be unconstitutional. In March, Chief Judge Francis Tydenko Gatewood declared a native inhabitant-only vote would be unconstitutional. She ruled in favor of plaintiff Arnold Dave Davis, a non-native, who challenged his exclusion from voting.
The Committee on Ethics and Standards is launching a full investigative hearing into a complaint filed against Senator Jim Espaldon. Espaldon is accused of having ties with a Saipan company connected to fraud. CNMI House Representative Edwin Probst brought forth the complaint in May.
This hopefully will also shed some light into our ongoing investigation, or my ongoing investigation into matters that dealt with the GPSM deal, which I feel are still far from over.
As per standing rules, the Ethics Committee hearing is closed to the public. In a press release from the Ethics Committee, Committee Chair Senator Fernando Esteve says, quote, "We are an unbiased body tasked with gathering information and forming a recommendation to the legislature based on that information. I want to be clear that this hearing in no way infers guilt at this time," end quote.
Well, pilot pre-kindergarten evaluation results are finally out, with the 2-year study finding that students who attend the pre-K program show higher attendance rates and better ability to follow directions when they enter kindergarten. Administrator of Research, Planning and Evaluation, Dr. Nazaida Natividad, and Superintendent of Public Education, John Fernandez, comment with their thoughts.
One of the early signals that this first batch of students that went through the pilot pre-K, they're doing much better than the cohorts in kindergarten.
In our budget, we did seek an opportunity to expand to 4 more schools, and we're hoping that the legislature will vote favorably to do so.
Evaluation results were reported by the Education Board this afternoon. The report will be transmitted to the legislature to determine whether additional money should be appropriated to expand the program next school year.
Missing money has led to an investigation by both the Guam Department of Education and Guam Police Department at Agata Johnston Middle School. Isa Baza has more.
Money gone missing has led Senator Joe San Augustine to call for oversight.
I get a WhatsApp and a text saying that there's reasons to believe that there could be some funds that are maybe missing.
San Augustine said the tip cited $8,000 in missing cash from non-appropriated funds at the end of last school year. This is money raised by school officials, students, and parents for school activities.
The alleged incident happened here at Agata Johnston Middle School. According to Superintendent John Fernandez, it was reported to the DOE Internal Audit Office for further review and investigation.
We did identify the possibility of criminal misconduct and I've reported it to GPD for their action as well. So we're both approaching it both from the standpoint of GPD getting involved to determine whether there is something that took place that of a criminal nature, and then we're also proceeding on the administrative side to complete the investigation and address as we would with any employee in any situation.
Issues with non-appropriated funds have plagued the department in the past. Most recently, an audit by the Office of Public Accountability found $44,000 in underreported NAF funding, as well as untimely and inaccurate bank reconciliations at DOE.
First thing that crossed my mind was that, gosh, I remember that one time there was a question of non-appropriate fund that was missing, I think, at Simon Sanchez and then at another school when I was on the Board of Education.
San Augustine has called for a roundtable hearing to discuss DOE's internal processes and whether or not additional safeguards should be taken.
I think over the past few years we've improved our oversight and management of NAF. It still is an issue. I mean, you have a very large school system and a lot of clubs and activities and funds being raised. But we're gonna be there at the oversight to talk about what improvements have been made.
The roundtable is scheduled for July 20th. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. And the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, health care that's always there for you.
Celebrate more data on the ITV Family Share Plan. Get the amazing Samsung Galaxy S8 and an S7 for just $198 when you bundle your mobile plans on a share plan.
Hyundai's summer clearance event is happening now. Guam's best dealership, Cars Plus and Mighty. With financing as low as 1.99%. There's no better time to drive a new Hyundai Accent, ranked highest in initial quality, starting at just $11,995. Or the new Hyundai Elantra starting at $16,995. SUV lovers, check out the new Hyundai Tucson starting at $19,995. Plus, every new Hyundai gets Guam's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. It's our Hyundai summer clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Welcome back to Primetime, everybody, right here on KUAM and streaming on Facebook Live. Legislation to modernize services and make the Guam Memorial Hospital more self-sufficient have now been transmitted to senators as promised by Governor Calvo. Adel believes it could be the answer to GMH's long-standing problems of a lack of resources and money. Nestor Lecanto reports.
Medical Director Dr. Larry Lazama cites as a stark example, the hospital is not even equipped to fully treat heart attack victims. He calls this and other treatment shortfalls a disservice to patients that is no longer acceptable.
Our modernization plan addresses the challenges of the delivery of health care that unfortunately over the years has led to a growing disability of our community and, most importantly, loss of lives.
At the heart of the hospital's financial woes is the fact that a large percentage of patients can't pay for their services. The governor points out that only 3 in 10 have insurance, but they can't be turned away. It's no way to do business, but Calvo says GMH has no choice. Its mission is to save, preserve, and give life.
We have to deal with the cards that were dealt with us. And I will continue to focus with the federal government in other areas that have made this such a burden in our hospital. But in the meantime, we've got to solve this issue.
Part of the governor's proposed solution is to rebuild and re-equip the hospital's dormant Z-Wing and turn it into a money-making outpatient service provider. He's seeking authorization for a $125 million bond to fund the modernization project. To pay for it, the governor wants to raise business privilege taxes from 4% to 4.75%. As fiscal team member Lester Carlson explains, the BPT increase will raise an additional $46 million a year in tax revenue to be set aside for the hospital.
To ensure that there will be no more reliance on the general fund as it stands now.
About $38 million will go to operations and $8 million for bond debt service. The legislation mandates the GMH subsidy for at least the next 10 years. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Governor Calvo also announced that he expects the bid to be awarded next week for the hospital's new maternity ward, and he hopes construction can begin later this year. In other news, Captain Christopher Chase is the newest commander of U.S. Coast Guard Sector Guam. He relieves Captain James Pruitt, who has been the commanding officer since 2014. Chase previously served as deputy commander at Coast Guard Sector Sault Ste. Marie in Michigan. At a change of command ceremony at Naval Base Guam this morning, Pruitt says he will surely miss our island community.
It has truly become home for me and for my wife Trish. In my 27-year career, this is by far the toughest assignment to say goodbye to.
In his tenure as section commander, Pruitt served through a multitude of operations, including the grounding of the Daikimaru fishing vessel, the rupture of a 250,000-gallon gasoline tank at the port, Typhoon Dolphin, and multiple search and rescue missions. Pruitt was also awarded the Ancient Order of the Chamorai Award, the highest honor Gov Guam can bestow on a non-native for exceptional service to the people. He also was made an honorary fire chief of GFD. He'll be the new chief of staff for the Coast Guard in Alameda, California.
It's a step towards spiritual justice. That's the intent of the Year of Reparation, which started on Thursday with the opening Mass at the Dulce Nombre de Maria Cathedral Basilica in Hagåtña. During this time, the faithful are encouraged to participate in prayer, fasting, and almsgiving in an effort to make amends with those hurt, most especially those who have fallen victim to clergy sex abuse.
And we want to keep the church news now, as the Survivors Network of those abused by priests is calling on church leadership to make amends, not the laity. Though she commends the laities and the Archdiocese of Hagåtña's efforts to show solidarity for victims, SNAP volunteer Western Regional Leader Joelle Castix urges the Archdiocese to stop fighting victims in the courts and to make all evidence of child sex abuse public. Quoting her now, Coadjutor Archbishop Michael Burns has the immediate power to exact change in the courts, open files, stop wrongdoing, and hold those who committed or covered up child sex abuse accountable.
With regional headlines, here's KSPN 2 News.
Half a day, Marianas. This is what's making news in the CNMI. A story sweeping national media involves Saipan and the mysterious disappearance of Amelia Earhart. A new photograph discovered in the National Archives may show Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan alive in the Marshall Islands, which supports the theory that they were taken by the Japanese and held prisoner here on Saipan. However, the issue remains controversial. Historian Don Farrell says the photo does not solve the mystery. Rodalyn Bacani is the pharmacy manager for CHCC. She spoke to lawmakers today about a plan to build an outpatient pharmacy.
Expanding our services to outpatient, providing lower cost of medication, because we are anticipating 340B discounts for our patients.
She says the 340B program will give patients up to a 50% discount on medication.
We are going through a lot of processes to be able to set up a pharmacy. So first licenses and pharmacy data system, inventory, staffing, facility, and all those sorts of things. And it's not easy, but I think we're moving forward.
Bacani says the pharmacy should be open by October.
We have our contracts, we have all those, the trainings are being implemented. We are doing, because right now it's a remote training that we are doing. So it's a continuous process.
Reporting for KSBN2, I'm Bryant Clerkley.
And also tonight, the Guam Hogs Motorcycle Club will be hosting their annual Christmas in July ride on Sunday the 9th. The ride's open to all motorcycle and riding clubs as well as independent riders. During the ride, they'll visit various charitable organizations to deliver some Christmas cheer and much-needed supplies to assist in their operations and school supplies for their clients to prepare them for the upcoming school year. They'll also stop by GMH as well as Guam Regional Medical City's children's wards to deliver Christmas cheer and teddy bears. Riders wishing to participate are asked to meet at Shirley's in Agana by 9 a.m. for a briefing, and then they all roll out in that signature, Crystal, that Harley sound. You cannot mistake that. You can't fake it. Everybody knows. And that happens at 9:30 a.m. They are some of the nicest guys on the island.
Definitely. And coming up is sports. Double D has the day in sports and also the Dial Rent to Own Athlete of the Week. But first, here's a look at our weekend weather.
What can I say? My family was tired of seeing red from internet data caps. We switched to GTA and life is good again. Sure, it took a bit of time for some of us to adjust to our newfound internet freedom.
Don't turn off the show. How does it end?
Relax, honey. The data limits are gone. You can watch the whole show now.
But we're all happy with the change, and I think it's even earned me some cool points.
You rock, Mom.
That's right. It's getting lit up in here. How about that?
Okay. So I need to finish this homework now.
Okay, I'm done.
My son, though, he's in the midst of a serious rebellion.
Rebelling against an alien invasion, that is. Oh, yeah.
Free yourself. Switch to GTA Home Internet today. Truly unlimited with no data caps or additional usage fees.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itano program to generously supporting our local charities, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Kita Smaasi, Matson.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? Good husband? Is that it? Good? Of course not. King of the hill? Better. Top of your game? Win. All powerful. Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade. Step up to GMC with 17% below MSRP on specially equipped 2017 Sierra SLT models. That's nearly $11,000 on this Sierra.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. The U17 Oceania FIBA Championship is going to be tipping off next week at the ULG Calvo Fieldhouse. We'll hear from the head coaches of both teams, the boys and girls, in just a bit. But hey, it's Friday. You know how we do it with our Dial Rentone Athlete of the Week. We're here at Dial Rentone Mingila for our Dial Rentone Athletes of the Week. Today we have Noah Uggan, Brandon Solik, and Xander Sanchez, all from the Island Wolves, U12 boys basketball team competing in the Guam Elite Summer Showcase. Paul?
Congratulations, boys, on your selection of the Dial Rentone Athletes of the Week. Who would you like to donate this check to?
Oh, we would like to donate this check to Make-A-Wish Foundation.
You're the floor general, the guy handling the rock on the court. How is it playing alongside these guys and your team, the Island Wolves?
Playing alongside these guys is very good because I like to make everyone better around me. And the Island Wolves is very good because they teach us defense and basics. Brandon is very good at getting past defenders and attacking, and so is Xander, and they're both very good scorers.
What do you think it is about your team that has allowed you guys to be so successful on the court?
The thing that has got our team to be so successful on the court is defensive basics, not being selfish on the court, and working hard at practice and being humble.
Yeah, let's talk about practice and some of the things you guys do at practice as far as drills or just putting in the work.
Well, we do drills. We work on our defense more. Our coaches help us. We always run, and we do a lot of layup drills, passing drills, and defensive slides.
You guys have coaches on the team that are really dedicated to you guys and really want to see you guys succeed on and off the court.
Yeah, the coaches is really good there. Island Wolves basketball. They teach us to be humble on and off the court, and attitude on and off the court. Just remain humble and have a good attitude on and off the court.
All right. Congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Dial Rentone Athletes of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
The FIBA U17 Oceania Championship press conference was held at the Pacific Islands Club Tasa Ballroom today. Participating teams hitting the court in both the boys and girls division include the Marshall Islands, New Zealand, Tahiti, Australia, New Caledonia, Palau, Samoa, and Guam. Games begin Monday, starting with Australia and New Caledonia at 9 in the morning in the boys division over at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. Team Guam's U17 boys will take to the court for their first game of the tournament Monday at 7 p.m. against the Marshall Islands. The team will be led by head coach Jin Han.
We're always looking forward to playing teams like Australia and New Zealand. They're the top of the basketball level in Oceania. Australia's the top 10, and I believe New Zealand's top 20 in the world in the men. So, that's a good test for us. We're also looking at competing with New Caledonia and Tahiti. Samoa's there too. They're all pretty tough. This year, I'm looking at no less than bronze.
Australia and Tahiti kick off the girls division at 1 in the afternoon on Monday, also at the Fieldhouse. Team Guam's U17 girls will take to the hardwood at 5 p.m. on Monday against New Zealand. Head coach Eddie Pelkey will be relying on returning players Mia St. Nicholas and Rosita Duenas leading this year's squad.
Obviously, Australia and New Zealand are the powerhouses. Those are the big countries in Oceania. Really tough to compete with them. But outside of them, I fully expect New Caledonia and Tahiti, along with Samoa, to really present some challenges for us. The expectation is to finish bronze. We want to compete. We want to put ourselves in that bronze medal game, and eventually we want to win that game. We're playing at home in front of our home crowd. Less distractions as far as preparation, so bronze medal is the goal.
Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
It's Nissan's Stay Fit sales event.
Fitness is important. You Nissan service pros are like trainers for my car's fitness.
Now check out this heart racing deal. Rogue starting at just $137 per pay period. The top safety pick Rogue, yours starting at $137 per pay period. And your new car fit kit includes free service, free car washes, and your own personal fitness watch.
Keeping it fit and clean with free car washes leaves me more time to focus on keeping myself fit.
The Stay Fit sales event. Find out more at Nissan Upper Tumon or online at NissanGuam.com.
You can't choose who sits next to you. But at least you can choose two of your favorites from McDonald's McPick 2 menu.
Choose any two at McDonald's for $3. A McDouble sandwich, a medium fry, or a medium drink. McPick 2 for $3 for a limited time.
Check out Triple J's spectacular July deals going on now during the Hot Summer Savings Event. With only 1.9% financing on all new vehicles, now is the time to buy. Plus, receive a free limited edition Liberation gift pack and $500 Kmart gift certificate with every purchase. Unbelievable deals on all remaining 2016s and all new 2017 models. That's right, 1.9% financing on all Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Lincolns, Volvos, Mazdas, and Kias. Get pre-approved instantly at www.triplejquam.com. Triple J says yes. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. See dealers for details. Triple J. Customers first.
Happy Liberation Day, Guam, from AutoSpot Buick GMC.
All right, we have one last piece of business to get to, and it is a big one because we have to say happy birthday to some extra special Guamanians. These are the newest members of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, and they're led off by Elijah Nicholas Guerrero. Happy 7th. That acts like he's 18. Birthday. That's nice. That's a shout out.
Happy birthday, Tavia Underwood, from your Ninas.
Happy birthday to Jariah Lee Flores, and Whisper, our camera person, is dancing in the studios right now, so she is extending the happiness. Happy second birthday to our handsome boy. Love Grandma, Grandpa, and family.
Happy birthday to Gabriella Hope Gogui from her family. God bless you.
Very nice. And it is totally free, everybody. Totally. Super free. What everybody says on it.
It's my favorite part right now because it's Friday.
Yeah, that's right. Somebody gets a Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake, so we are going to give that to Crystal. Who should we give it to tonight?
We should give it to Vince Lay Matinonia.
Date of birth, July 5th, 1990. Very, very nice. Somebody's going to contact you and let you know how you can pick up your cake. Congratulations. Sharing the love here on the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
And that's going to do it for us here on the News Desk, but stay tuned. Next is Extra.
I'm over there.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
All right, everybody, we are back, and I'm really, really happy you tuned in tonight because we have a wonderful topic as our first story. We have my friends Bob Cruz and Peter Alexis Data, and respectively, they are representing